At first glance, Sam Blakeman seemed to have gained the upper hand in his conflict with Megan Walsh in Coronation Street. The ever-bright and observant youngster was the only one who sensed something wasn't right about the well-respected sports coach and her connection with pupil Will Driscoll. To everyone else in Weatherfield, Megan appeared to be a model citizen, an inspiring figure in education who had also charmed Daniel Osborne. However, Sam wasn't fooled. After finding Will's jumper in Megan's possession, he quickly realized the truth, and despite both Megan and Will denying anything inappropriate, he refused to back down. Sam recognized the dangerous predator hidden beneath Megan's polished exterior, and when she realized he couldn't be manipulated like her other victims, she responded with calculated cruelty. Megan is a calculated abuser, with a sharp instinct for identifying weaknesses in others, flaws she can exploit without mercy. She began targeting Sam by undermining his academic performance, something he had always taken great pride in. By damaging his school record, she started to erode a key part of his identity, pushing him toward using ADHD medication in an attempt to keep up with his studies. Sam pleaded with Will to understand the reality of his situation with Megan, but Will was too deeply influenced by her to listen. Despite feeling some guilt, he continued to assist Megan in sabotaging Sam. When Sam secretly placed a camera in her flat, Megan was almost entertained by his attempt to expose her. As a display of control, she staged a moment where Will declared his love for her, only for her to calmly reject him. Knowing Sam would return for the device, she waited and took pleasure in revealing her plan, explaining how she would twist the situation to make him appear like a disturbing voyeur for filming her. She made her intentions clear. If he kept challenging her, she would completely destroy him. Her chilling confidence made it obvious she would carry out the threat, and take satisfaction in doing so. As Sam continued taking the ADHD medication, the strain on his body became too much. Following a tense encounter with Megan and Toya Battersby, he collapsed. Possibly shaken by how far things had gone, Megan later followed him to the hospital and issued further threats. However, this time she made a critical error. Her actions were witnessed by Leanne Battersby, Sam's stepmother. Battling Megan's warnings, echoing in his mind that no one would trust him and that exposing her would only make things worse, Sam eventually confided everything to Leanne. It didn't take long before the whole family learned that Megan had been exploiting Will. Will's father, Ben, along with his stepmother Eva Price, reported Megan to the authorities. Meanwhile, his grandmother Maggie confronted her directly. However, the situation tore the family apart when Will, still under Megan's influence, refused to support their claims. Leanne kept her promise to stand by Sam, and Megan, like many bullies, lost her hold over him once he spoke out. In recent scenes, though, Sam has begun suffering from disturbing hallucinations, both visual and auditory, all of which seem to threaten his safety. His fear and paranoia have escalated dramatically, especially after Hope Stape suggested that Daniel might still be secretly working with Megan and pretending to be kind to Sam as part of a plan for revenge. Sam later confronted Will, but Will told Eva and Maggie that he had no idea what Sam was referring to. Not long after, Sam imagined Will preparing to attack him, only to realize there was no one there. Megan now stands among the show's growing list of villains, alongside Theo Silverton, James Cartwright, Jody Ramsey, Carl Webster, and Maggie Driscoll, Pauline McLynn. One of them is set to die in an upcoming whodunit storyline. As Sam's mental state continues to decline without his family realizing, the question grows more intense. Could his hallucinations push him toward drastic action and lead him to confront his tormentor once and for all? Might it be a tragic accident triggered by one of his visions? Or could those same hallucinations drive him to take the life of the manipulative teacher? After all the suffering she has inflicted, has Megan ultimately set the stage for her own downfall through Sam? Coronation Street star Gareth Pierce sounds very different in real life compared to his ITV soap character. Actor Gareth Pierce, best known for playing Todd Grimshaw in Coronation Street, has surprised fans after they discovered his natural accent is nothing like the one he uses on screen. Now 45, Gareth gained recognition when he joined the Corrie cast in 2020 as Todd Grimshaw, taking over the role from Bruno Langley, who left the series in 2017. During his 6-year stint on the iconic soap, Todd has been involved in several emotional storylines, including the deaths of close companions Billy Mayhew, Daniel Brocklebank, and Paul Foreman Peter Ash. Last year, Todd began a relationship with charming scaffolder Theo Silverton, James Cartwright, despite Theo already being married with 2 children. Theo, who had long hidden his sexuality, found himself rejected by his family after his wife Danielle Natalie Anderson discovered his affair with Todd. Although Theo initially distanced himself to focus on repairing his family life, he soon rekindled his relationship with Todd, but their romance has remained complicated. Things took a darker twist when James Bailey, while intoxicated, tried to kiss Todd at number 11, an incident that led Theo to issue a firm warning. Since then, Theo has continued to exert increasing control over Todd's life. For several months, Theo has subjected Todd to both psychological and physical abuse in a troubling domestic violence storyline. Most recently, he carried out a violent assault on Todd, leaving him severely injured in upsetting scenes. Todd has been silently enduring this ordeal for some time, though those closest to him have started to sense that something is wrong. Unfortunately, their growing concern has only pushed the manipulative Theo to escalate his behavior even further. Theo manipulated Todd into marrying him, but his dark intentions didn't end at the wedding. The scheming villain then plotted to whisk his new husband away to Belfast, isolating him from friends and family. When Todd made it clear he had no intention of moving, Theo reacted by taking his phone and effectively keeping him prisoner. With a shocking death set to unfold in an upcoming whodunit storyline, could Theo end up being the victim? Away from the Manchester-based drama, Gareth Pierce has surprised fans by showing off his real-life accent. Last year, he shared a video on Instagram supporting the Welsh women's football team during the Euros. Wearing a Wales football shirt, Gareth, who is originally from Gwynedd, said, "It's a huge week in the women's Euros. Wales and England are both playing today, and they'll face each other on Sunday. Big match ahead. Of course, I'm backing Wales." Fans were stunned by the clip, as Todd's Manchester accent in Coronation Street is completely different from Gareth's natural Welsh tone. Many viewers rushed to the comments in disbelief. One wrote, "You learn something new every day. I had no idea he was Welsh," while another commented, "Love hearing his Welsh accent." A third added, "Didn't know you were Welsh," while someone else excitedly said, "Didn't know he was Welsh. Come on, Cymru." "Are you actually Welsh?" one fan asked, while another simply responded, "Mind blown." Coronation Street airs on weekdays on ITV and is also available to stream on ITVX.